The number one thing that will predict with almost certainty if a girl is going to be, eligible to be in like a long-term relationship. So if you're a man watching this right now, I highly encourage you to check me on what it is that I'm going to say, and then you will find out that I am in fact correct. And this is coming from personal experience, but I'm also not the only coach that will talk about this. This is why I'm filming a video, because this is so important. And until I started paying attention and looking back at my history of girls that I've been with, like in relationships, dated, or talking to, this didn't really make sense until I started reflecting, which is why I'm able to say what it is that I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you what the number one thing is right now, and then I'm going to tell you why that is, so make sure you watch to the end of the video. That way you really get a full understanding of why this is so important. It does not matter what a woman's body count is. It does not matter if she makes more money than you or not, okay? None of that really matters. There are men out there that while we want a girl that has a lower body count, that hasn't had sex with a lot of guys, in today's day and age, that just likely isn't going to be the case. I think feminist movement and equality have made it socially acceptable for women to just sleep around, and so you just have to accept reality for what it is. But the number one thing is, if a girl does not have a good relationship with her father, or if it's non-existent. My ex-girlfriend, her dad was present, but the relationship wasn't like stellar. And then I had another ex-girlfriend before that. I don't even think her dad was in the picture. And that girl, I used to think had, I think it's called like bipolar, like she was bipolar or something like that. That was bad. I've had girls that I've dated in the past that have told me that their relationship with their dad just was either terrible or he wasn't around, and some of those girls I've chose not to move forward with, knowing what it is that I know now. If a girl does not have a good relationship with her father, that is the most important thing that you need to figure out as early as possible. In fact, I remember one of the girls that I was talking to recently that ended up just disappearing on me after the first time we had sex. She flat out told me that her relationship with both of her parents was terrible. If a woman's relationship with her parents is terrible, and that's how she was raised by her parents to view, relationships, why would that change her behavior in like a romantic relationship? And that's exactly what it is I want to talk about. If a girl has a terrible relationship with her father, like if her dad was like abusive or like physically or emotionally, she's going to be conditioned to think that a normal relationship is not normal unless she's with a guy that's like beating her emotionally or physically. So my ex's case, while her dad was around, he was never emotionally present for this girl. This woman, it was not good with her emotions at all, and she wanted to be in a relationship, but it's almost like I could look at her dad, her parents' relationship, like her dad is married to the mom, but her dad does everything on his own and never really spends time with mom except for like once a week. So with my ex, that was kind of a repeated pattern, and I noticed that. Whereas she would just want to do she wanted to be in a relationship, but she wanted to be like by herself for the most part. And a relationship takes two people. You're either growing together or you're growing separately. And unfortunately, we grew separately. If a woman's father is non-existent, she is literally growing up from childhood, learning to be learning that relationships with men is either not safe, or it's not comfortable, or that it's just not present. So if her relationship with her dad was never there, like the dad was there but was never like emotionally present for her, or maybe the parents were divorced and she was raised by a single mother, so dad was never in the picture. If that's the case, then if this girl grew up not having a relationship with a dad, which is the first male figure present in a woman's life, how is she going to have any experience or knowledge on how to behave inside of a romantic relationship? She's not going to, because she's been conditioned from her childhood. She's got decades of experience, depending on how old this woman is and if she's gone to therapy or not, and most likely she hasn't. She's got decades of experience learning what unhealthy relationships or just having no relationship with the man is like. If a girl, in my case, who was relationship and emotionally like immature, gets into a relationship with a man like me who knows what healthy love is, well, if I'm trying to come together, but she's never had a dad to teach her that being together is good, that's healthy, it's normal, she's obviously, when I try to get closer to her, that's going to like make her uncomfortable or overwhelm or scare her, and she's going to run off. And the same thing applies to, I've talked to several girls in my past that have kind of like abusive fathers or fathers that just really didn't treat them right. Later down the road, if their dads were abusive, that they're going to expect me at some point in time to like kind of like abuse them, or they're going to be, you know, in relationships with men that will hurt them. This is like the one thing that you got to figure out is asking girls like what your relationship is like with your father. I've had girls tell me that it's good. Okay. Well, what do you mean by good? I like, can you explain it to me, please? You need to get them to explain it, because women who do not have a good relationship with their parents, they'll say it's good just to answer the question. But when you ask them to explain the relationship, you'll notice like they will hesitate, or they either won't know how, or they'll say things like, well, I mean, like, it's good. Like, I love my dad. Like, he's my dad. He's good. But that, like, a woman who really loves her dad, if they really are on good terms, oh my God, like, we you know, whenever I need something, I just go to him. If I need to call him, I can. We go on like dad-daughter dates, blah, blah, blah. Like, if a woman who really has a good relationship with her dad will likely be very open to talking about it. But if she doesn't and she says it's good, you have to get her to explain, well, what do you mean by good? I want to understand what your relationship is like with your dad, and I just want to know more about you. I'm curious. You go, oh, well, it's good. You know, I don't know, it's good. Like, if she doesn't explain it, that's likely because it's not good, or she's trying to suppress whatever the fuck happened when she was a child. You have to pay attention to this number one thing. If her relationship with her father is bad or non-existent, she has been raised from a child to understand that having a relationship with a man is either bad, or she's just not going to have the know-how on how to like do it or maintain it. There are different cases that I haven't talked about. Like, if the mom disrespects the dad, the daughter might grow up disrespecting the dad. And if the daughter grows up disrespecting the dad, she's going to start disrespecting you down the line as well. If she doesn't treat her father the way her father should be treated, that's going to carry over to you. Or if her dad cheated on her mom, or if her mom cheated on her dad, and this girl grew up seeing that, okay, well, when somebody's not happy, they just go and fuck somebody else, that woman is going to grow up thinking that she can do the same thing. So the things we learn as children, they will dictate how we behave in our future relationship. The relationship with her father, as far as being in a long-term relationship, is the number one thing that you men need to look out for. It is very rare, I think in today's day and age, it's rare to find a woman that has a very healthy relationship with her father. But that is the woman that you want to be looking out for, okay? This is like a diamond in the rough, the fucking unicorn. Do not rush into a relationship until you find yourself a woman that has a good relationship with her father. Because if she's got a good relationship with her father, that's going to carry over to you. And if the woman respects the man, that's going to carry over into your children in the future. And you guys are going to raise healthy kids that aren't going to be like fucking criminals, or, you know, like just acting misbehaved and all this other sort of stuff. Okay, so that's the number one thing I want you guys to look out for. If you have any comments about this, if you have any questions you want to ask, leave them in the comments down below. Let's get a thread going. If you like this video, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. But listen, if you're a guy right now that wants help when it comes to meeting new women, going on dates, or just maintaining long-term relationships, you want help with that, book a 1-hour coaching call with me, link in the description. Let me help you. You know, my job is just to help men become better men. With that being said, gentlemen, if you like this video, guys, check out this one right here. You're going to love that one as well. And guys, hey, I'll see you in the next one.